In this video, we shall see some properties of eigenvalues and vectors. First result says that if A is a square matrix, then the following are equivalent. First is that scalar lambda is an eigenvalue of A. Second statement is that the matrix A minus lambda I is singular. And the third statement is that the scalar lambda is a root of characteristic polynomial delta lambda of A. So we have to show that these three conditions are equivalent. Now lambda is an eigenvalue of A if and only if there exists a non-zero vector V such that AV is equal to lambda V. This we can write down as A minus lambda IV equal to 0, because V is non-zero, so that means A minus lambda I is a singular matrix, and this is if and only if its determinant is 0, and this determinant is nothing but the characteristic polynomial of A. So that means lambda is a root of characteristic polynomial of A. So these three statements are equivalent. The second result says that if v1, v2, vn are non-zero eigenvectors of a matrix A corresponding to distinct eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n, then these vectors v1, v2, vn are linearly independent. We shall prove this result by induction on n. For n equal to 1, we have single non-zero vector v1, and that is always linearly independent. So result is true for n equal to 1. Now suppose that the result is true for n minus 1, and we shall prove the result for n. Suppose there exists scalars alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n such that this combination is 0. We apply t minus lambda n I on both sides of 1. Then we get t minus lambda n I applied on this vector. On the right hand side we have 0. Left hand side we can write down this way. Alpha 1 will come out. So it is alpha 1 t minus lambda n I v1 and so on, alpha n minus 1 t minus lambda n I applied on vn minus 1, and lastly alpha n t minus lambda n I applied on vn. Now t of v1 is lambda 1 v1. Similarly, t of vn minus 1 will be equal to lambda n minus 1 vn minus 1 and so on. So this expression becomes this one. But v1, v2, vn minus 1 are linearly independent. So all the scalars are 0 for I equal to 1 to n minus 1. But lambda I are distinct, so lambda I is not equal to lambda n for I equal to 1 to n minus 1. So that means alpha is 0 for I equal to 1 to up to n minus 1. And so by equation number 1 we have alpha and vn equal to 0, but vn is non-zero, so alpha n is 0, and so all scalars are 0 now. So v1, v2, vn are linearly independent. Next result says that if characteristic polynomial delta lambda of a square matrix of order n is a product of n distinct factors. Remember, delta lambda is a polynomial of degree n. So if this polynomial is having distinct factor lambda minus a1, lambda minus a2 up to lambda minus an, then A is similar to diagonal matrix a1, a2, an. Diagonal entries are simply the eigenvalues a1, a2, an. So let v1, v2, vn be eigenvectors corresponding to eigenvalues a1, a2, an. Because a1, a2, an are distinct, so by theorem 9.8, v1, v2, vn are linearly independent, and these are n in numbers. So this set B is a basis of Fn. Now A of V1, because A1 is an eigenvalue of A, so A of V1 will be equal to A1 V1. A1 V1 we can write down as A1 V1 plus 0 V2, 0 V3 and so on up to 0 Vn. Similarly, AV2 is A2 V2. This we can write down as 0 V1, A2 V2 and so on 0 Vn. So continue like this, we get AVn equal to ANVn, and ANVn can be written this way. So if we take the matrix of A in this basis B, then you can see that this is diagonal matrix A1, A2, An. All other entries are 0. Let E lambda denote the set of all eigenvectors of A corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda and including the 0 vector also. If v1 v2 belong to E lambda and alpha beta belong to F, then we have a v1 equal to lambda v1 and a v2 equal to lambda v2 by definition of eigenvalue and vectors. Now a times alpha v1 beta v2 is equal to, we can see easily, it is equal to lambda times alpha v1 plus beta v2. So alpha v1 plus beta v2 belong to E lambda, and we are also including 0 in E lambda. So E lambda becomes a subspace of V. This E lambda is called the eigenspace of lambda. We now define the algebraic and geometric multiplicity of an eigenvalue lambda. Let lambda be an eigenvalue of A. So lambda is a root of characteristic polynomial of A, that is delta lambda. The multiplicity of lambda as a root of delta lambda, that means how many times it appears as a root in delta lambda, that is called its algebraic multiplicity. And the dimension of eigenspace E lambda is called the geometric multiplicity of lambda. We now prove this result that says that geometric multiplicity of an eigenvalue lambda of a matrix A cannot exceed its algebraic multiplicity. So geometric multiplicity always remains less or equal to the algebraic multiplicity. Suppose geometric multiplicity of lambda is R, then dimension of E lambda will be R by definition. So E lambda, which is a vector space in itself, it will contain R linearly independent eigenvectors v1, v2, vr. We can extend any Li set to a basis set. So we can extend v1, v2, vr to a basis v1, v2, vr together with w1, w2, ws. Let us call it B, and it is a basis of V. So we have extended this set to a basis of V. Now T of V1 is lambda V1, T of V2 is lambda V2, and T of VR equal to lambda VR, because all these are eigen vectors corresponding to same lambda. Now T of W1 is, suppose it is equal to, it is again a vector in V now. So we can write T of W1 as a combination of V1, V2, VR, W1, W2, Ws. So we are supposing this is equal to this, T of W2 is this, and T of Ws is this. So matrix of T under this basis B is equal to this. Notice that T of W1, T of V1 was lambda V1, all other coefficients were 0, so first column will be like this, lambda and all others are 0. Second column is 0 lambda and then all others are 0, and similarly third column up to this one. Then we are writing here these coefficients alpha 1 1 alpha 1 2, this one here, this is corresponding to tw1 and this is corresponding to tws. So this is the matrix of T with respect to this basis B. So we can divide this matrix into 4 blocks. This first upper left block is containing lambda 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 and these are r times. So at least lambda appears in this matrix r times. So lambda is a root of characteristic polynomial of T at least r times, and therefore algebraic multiplicity of lambda is greater than equal to geometric multiplicity of lambda.